Hello, everybody. Welcome to the later, but sure to be quite short stream. It's so good to see you guys in the chat. Hi, New Tunes. Hi, Bigfoot. Good to see you still around. I know you were worried about not being able to make some streams for a while, so it's nice to still see you tuning into these last couple. Hello, Lytle. Sure, we can chant on Super Earth? Question mark? Hello, Japanese Spider-Man. I don't know if I've seen your name around before. Good to see ya. Yeah, today is going to be a really low-key stream. I'm basically just going to give all my opinions on the slimes we've ranched along the way. Let you guys know my tops, and then it'll probably be it for the night. So, kind of a more chill, chatting stream than anything. Figure we got some chill lo-fi tunes in the background to kick us off. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I just pulled up a tier list from a website, but I think it has all of the slimes. Oh, you have many different accounts. You're mainly from room 35. Well, hello. Welcome to my stream. And what a one to catch as well. Puddle is S. Boom is also S. Everything else sucks. Very opinionated, Lionel. Thank you for sharing. I'm just going to start from the beginning with where I would put Pink Slime. Pink Slime is fine. You know, he's really cute when you first meet him, and then I feel like we just get so much of him. And he's kind of the most basic, I think. He's not the most visually interesting. I don't know if I'd consider that to be like C, because like C is pretty middling. Yes, it's Glitch. Welcome. We're doing a tier list over here. I'm thinking, I mean, because he's inoffensive. There's nothing wrong with him. He's very useful to have around. I love that he can eat anything. He's not picky. We love a non-picky eater. But yeah, I think he's pretty basic. He sets the bar kind of at the C tier for me. Oh, yes, it's Glitch. I did listen to Epic. I have not listened to the songs enough to actually have anything, like, memorized. But I did really like it. It was very good. And the animatics I watched were top tier as well. The only good slime is the flaming one. No idea what this game is. You just like things that are on fire? Well, then you'd probably like these guys too, the magmas, because they literally explode constantly. That's true. I haven't inquired about his troubled past. But yeah, he's fine. He's just there. Rock slime, oof. He's cute. I'll give him that. And he's exciting because he's like the second slime you ever really see besides maybe the tabby. But he hurts me. And I don't like being caused pain. And he does it a lot. He constantly is just rolling into you. And he's mostly rocks. So I might put him a little below sea slime just for those personal offenses. Yeah, pink exists. That pretty much sums him up. Tabby, obviously S tier. I don't even think I need to explain that. He's adorable. He goes good with anything. We love us a good tabby around the ranch. You know, if we could, we would have almost like tabbies on everything. Tabbies everywhere. But him blue, that's true, Cerulean. He is blue. He's very pretty. I do like his design a lot. See, that's the thing. Maybe he should go in C because I like his design. I just don't like that he causes me pain. If he didn't hurt us, I'd have him like in B tier. So maybe I should put him in C since the only thing that's knocking him down is that he wants to constantly roll into you and cause harm. Maybe Rock is trying to hug you. True. All right. Let's assume that Rock is trying to be nice. He can go into C tier. I guess you hurt the ones you love. Hello, Lemuria. Welcome, welcome. Why is Tabby S Lytle? Lytle, is that even a question? Why are we asking this? Okay. Yeah, I'll bump him up to C. I'll bump him up to C because really that's the only point against him. He is otherwise very cute. Oh, don't worry. I had a feeling you weren't going to know the lyrics to the songs in your first listen. Also, recommend the wrong video. There's another video, actually, that shows the animatics with Jorge. Wanted to be with the music. I'll definitely check that one out as well, because I do like the songs a lot, so I'll probably be listening to them more. Not even, like, a family member Japanese Spider-Man? Doesn't the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man just have, like, a blanket love for his neighborhood, at least? Okay, phosphor slimes. Ooh, this is hard because I also love them a lot. They feel a little S tier to me because I love, like, they have so many good pairings. They're really cute. Can you guys tell that my slime rankings are a lot based on my cuteness factor? I'm like, how adorable are they? I love me a good phosphor slime, but I kind of am torn between S or A because I feel like I should reserve S tier for, like, my real top slimes. So I think I'll put Phosphor in A because although I do love him, I mostly love a lot of his Largo combos a little bit better than him himself. Love is a romantic matter. That is totally fair. If any one of these slimes are below C, I'm rioting. There are no bad slimes, just bad ranchers. I did not kill the Phosphor Cerulean. The sun came up. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm just gonna be ignoring you if you make such slanderous statements. Interesting. Okay, I think that Japanese Spider-Man could just be maybe defining love differently. Because, like, depending on what culture you're in, love can have, like, multiple different meanings or even different words. Like, wasn't it the Greeks that had different words for, like, agape love or, like, love for friends or all that stuff? It's an opinion. List them however you want. Oh, I totally will. This is my list. This is my tier list. If you guys want to argue it out, you are welcome to do so. But I just might disagree with you. That's not true, Bigfoot. Love exists between family and friends as well, in my opinion. Romantic love is a separate matter. I'm not a murderer! Also, it couldn't be murder because slimes aren't humans, and murder only applies to humans anyway. Okay, rad slimes, rad slimes. Ooh, a rad slime. I like them less than the rock slimes. Gotta be real. I like that they don't instantly hurt you. You have times to, like, get around them. Like, aesthetically, I just like them less than the rads. And I know we're not ranking Largos at this moment, but they also, I don't feel like, makes the best combos with other slimes. Like, kind of the best thing about them is that their plorts are a little more profitable than others, but I'm mainly ranking on terms of aesthetics at the moment. I mean, I do take that into consideration. And the fact that they can hurt you from too much exposure probably keeps them C for me. I'm so out of love. I'm so lost without you. Yeah, that's right, Cerulean. Tabby Slime, hello! This isn't Slime Rancher. This is a Slime Rancher tier list. As you can see, you are ranked in S tier, as you should be. Yeah, the combos are all down here. I'm pretty sure it's all the combos. I just went off of a tier list that already existed, but we're just gonna do the plain standard ones first. Cat Slime is F tier, Razor Gazer. If I knew how to ban people, you'd be banned right now. Hello, French Hunter. Welcome, welcome. It's fun to see everybody pulling to the stream. We're literally just chit-chatting about slime opinions. Nothing fancy. Okay. I know rads cause you more harm than the mag, or less harm than the magmas do. But I will say, I kind of like the mags. There's something about them I'm drawn to. It could maybe be their coloration a little bit more. I think they have some cool blends. Every tabby slime better be an S. I will give my honest opinions, and I'm sure the fact that they are part tabby will rank them very highly. Crystal slimes. Okay, these guys also can cause you pain, but I think they're so pretty. It's hard for me to not like them. Like, they're basically like an advanced rock slime. And I also feel like unless I step into their corral, they don't really hurt me that much. Like, I have to be encroaching in their environment to be caused pain by them. They don't really go out of their way to hurt me. Well, that makes sense. They also glow. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these slimes because we didn't get every single combo. And also this guy, who is this? We never met this person. Who are you? You're really pretty. I think I would have loved you had I ever met you. But you are a stranger to me, so I can't vouch for you. Puddle slimes, they're so adorable. I think they are one of my S tier slimes just because they're cute. I love that they blush when you have more than 4 of them in a pond and that they surround this cute little rubber ducky. And also, super bonus points, they don't hurt me, which if you haven't noticed is a big deal. And their plorts are pretty, like, valuable as well. So they have, like, good qualities all around. Oh! Well, I hope you enjoy this very minimal exposure that you're getting to Slime Rancher then, Japanese Spider-Man. Lucky must be an S. Lucky is adorable as a cat, but I will say I kind of got him a little bone to pick with him, too. More so on my end than his, but that might knock him down a rank. They can also explode infinitely. Why is Boom not S tier? Because Boom causes me pain, Lytle. I don't like being blown up every time I try to get near their cages. Yeah, then with the ducky is so cute. I haven't seen raccoon looking ones yet. Oh, the saber slimes. Okay, guys. Hear me out. If I'm gonna put something below, I think I've just had my encounters with the sabers, the only place that you find them. You are being constantly munched on. I don't want to be eaten, and that's all they ever want to do. I will say I would be tempted to put them in C tier because 1, their plorts are valuable, and 2, I do like their little saber teeths that make them look like walruses, and they kind of like advance, I think. Like, they add something special to the slimes that they might merge with. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like in the wild they were such a pain that I might have them at D. Maybe I'll move that later. Maybe I'll be like, okay, fine, you can be a low C. But right now, I feel like I just gotta make use of some of the lower tiers. So someone's gotta go somewhere. Looney Tunes is rioting. I'm being honest. All right, I'm not gonna sway just based on how you're feeling about it. Yeah, that's the thing. I like aspects about the sabers, but I feel like they're just not enough on their own. They're constantly hurting you, so they've like kind of annoyed me a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them in D for now. E2 material for sure. Looney Tunes, no, you must be governable or we'll have to kick you out of the state. I'm sure that is not true, Bigfoot. Results of the riot will be posted in Discord later. Okay, quantum slimes. This is hard. Because I don't like mind how they look. I appreciate that they're quite different than many of the other slimes that we see, but also they have driven me freaking crazy when I have them on my ranch. Like I cannot they have been the most troublesome of all the slimes that I have ranched. So while they are cute, while their plorts are valuable, I would be tempted to like definitely put them ahead of the sabers, but I think lower than like C tier, you know? Like I think they're higher than sabers. Like if there was a tier between C and D, if there was a C minus, I think that's where I would put the quantum slime, because he just drives me cuckoo bananas and I can't with him. He's fine out in the wild just doing his own thing. But when he's on my ranch, we're not having a good time. Hello, Goofy Green. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. I'm glad that you enjoyed my personality. It's almost all I got going for me. So I appreciate that you liked it. Hello, Isaac. Hello. Nice to see you popping in. Totally go take care of your life. Take care of your important things. Ooh, quantums are your personal fave, Lumeria. I'm sorry that they're a little lower on my list. I think they're pretty cute. I just feel like I gotta kind of start ranking things. I do a C minus for them. They just drove me insane when I was trying to manage them on my own farm. That's what I'm saying, Cerulean. They're a little bit too much of a hassle for me that I gotta rank them lower. Yeah. Pink should be lower. I think Pink is like the standard, you know? He's just kind of like there. I'll see about maybe moving him lower once we got everyone mapped out. Honey slimes, okay, you guys should all know this about me, are S tier. I think I would put them just a little bit above the puddles for me personally, because I just think they're so adorable, and I don't know, they just make me be happy and think of good things. And I like the little honeycombs on their heads, and they don't hurt me either. That's gonna, again, be a very common theme. Okay, Bigfoot, okay. Quantums are some of the coolest, but are a headache. I can see that, Brunch Hunter. Yeah, a lot of people are like, either their aesthetic can give people a headache just because they're phasing in and out and they can hurt their eyes, which they don't do that to me, so I'm fine in that part, but like, oof, they were just, they were something to deal with. What actually happens in Slime Rancher, you just vacuum them up and then put them in a pipe and money deposit? Kinda, yeah. And then there's like this little story that you can follow along as you explore like different areas on the map and you're finding different slimes. And this guy's basically telling you his story of when he used to be on the ranch that you're on. But yeah, it's mostly just about like building up your ranch and then reading letters from people. Hunter slimes. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. They're cute when they're happy, but they also one-shot me all the time. Actually, I might move Quantum up to C. I actually would put him maybe in front of Rad too, because I don't like how look how quickly Quantum changed. I do like Quantum's aesthetic a little better than Rad's. I feel like, yeah, Rad's to me is just a little bland. Hunters were going D. They can be cute when they're happy, but I just have a lot of bad memories with them attacking us. That's true, it's glitched. They are like a cat. Hahaha, you're so funny, by the way, with your earlier comment. Honey Slime's S. So you're rating them on how similar they are to you. False. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Honey slimes make me think of the sugar, sugar, bop, 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 bop. Oh, honey, honey. That song. That's what I think of when I see them. Plant slimes. I think plant would kind of be B tier. I like their aesthetics. Unfortunately, because of the point in the game that we found them and me not really having much corral space for them, I didn't get to have them too much. But I did enjoy their presence, and I didn't find their vines to be, too troublesome. They were pretty fine. Well, yes, the slimes can kill you. They might try to eat you. Hunters do that a lot, the hunters and the sabers. Hence why I do have them at the bottom, because while rock slime may not intentionally hurt you, but causes you pain, these guys know what the crap they're doing and they're trying to eat you. So they can be in D tier in terms of rancher safety. Video of my ride in Discord now in pictures. Fight the power. Hey, I have no power here, only an opinion. Yes, it is very unlikely you're going to take enough damage that they will kill you, because it's not like they do a ton to you. So you're relatively safe. Fire slime, he's a little cutie. I think he might be B tier for me. I could see him maybe being an A. Like, he's a cutie patootie, but I can't really say much more about him other than that. He has a very interesting corral, though, which is mildly annoying to, like, get them into. So that's why I might keep him at B. It's very... it's very hard to just shoot him in his proper container. The only reason the plant didn't ruin anything is because I warned you. The plant should be F. Oh, Lyda, but they didn't cause me any problems. It is definitely not terrifying. It is mostly really sweet. You'll just sometimes hear a crunch on your screen, and that's when a slime is trying to consume you. But it's fine. You're usually fine. Slime ranchers are super durable. You just learn that on the job. You kill a baby chicken? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Fire slimes are like puddle slimes, yes. Except they're on fire. And I find them just a little more difficult to manage. That's why I was like debating on A tier. But I'm not as attached to them as puddle slimes. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like the puddle slimes, I just like have such a personality association with them. And the fire slimes, I don't as much. Like, they're just kind of like, oh, you're there. And like, you might be a puddle reskin, but you know, you're not a puddle, you know? You're something else. And I don't know what your vibe is. Ooh, the whirling dervishes. This might be controversial. I might put them in D as well. Again, I kind of wish there was a tier in between C and D here, because I don't want everything to be going on the C tier. But I don't necessarily think it's like a whole rank below them or anything. So with the dervishes, I am pretty darn sure one of them was responsible for causing a tar outbreak during one of my playthroughs that I was doing off stream, because of the whole wind fiasco that he can like draw up. So I found him personally to be a little more troublesome. And also, I'm not like the biggest fan of the aesthetic of him. He's like whatever, you know, to me. Nothing crazy. Fire slimes are a type of puddle slimes instead of water. It's Kerosene. There you go. Is the rank window cut off at the top, or is my YouTube tripping? No, yeah, sorry, it's cut off a little bit. I need to scroll up higher so you can see the full thing. It's just based on wherever I have it scrolled. My bad. Use E as D and D as C minus. I think that's fair, Cerulean. We can kind of assume that's where we're at, I think. We'll assume like D to be like a C minus. Use the whole scale. Okay, you want me to go all the way to F? Okay, well, if we're using the whole scale and we're treating D more like a C minus, then I think I'd do Sayers down here. And I'll keep the hunters up there because, like, I like them when they're happy. I think he's mid B. His gameplay is cool. Yeah. I mean, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying about the whirling dervish. Probably. Here. Ha! C minus. And then we'll go D. And then we'll go... Yeah, I think that works. I think that works out. Okay. Ooh, mosaic slimes, I think I would put around A as well. on their own. I will say I haven't been a huge fan of anything I've seen combined with a magmas or with a mosaic slime. Like whenever it's merged with something, it's just never what I'm expecting it to look like, and I'm usually left like kind of disappointed. But in terms of the mosaic on its own, it's absolutely stunning, and I wish that we had ran into it sooner, so that I could have gotten to spend more time with its beauty, and I got to. Okay, here's the thing about this cat, guys. Hear me out. He's adorable. I love him. He gives you money if you feed him. The problem is, he always pops up for only like 2 seconds, and you might not have anything on you to feed him. And sure, you might say, hey, that's on you for not carrying around your tactical chicken. But I'm just saying, you need your slots free to gain other stuff. You're not always going to be thinking to bring a tactical chicken around to feed a cat that might not show up. And when it does show up, you might not even be able to get a look at him before he blips out of existence. So for that reason, I can't put him in C tier, but I will put him in A because he's super cute. He's going to get the cuteness factor. Mosaic below A, I would never dream of it, it's glitch. The gold slimes, similar issue where I don't like always have something to feed them with, but they also got me super rich at the end of the game when there were actually ones around for me to feed. But also, I feel like something about the gold slimes and the cat slime, lucky slime, is they are not slimes that you're typically ranching. They kind of pop up out of nowhere. I feel like they're a special little breed. Oh yes, Japanese Spider-Man. If you're going to play Slime Rancher, you should probably carry on a tactical chicken so that if a lucky cat does come up, you have something to feed it with, as they only eat meat. And if the cat disappears before you can find a chicken to feed to him, then you don't get any of the money he would have dropped you. And you're just kind of sad. And you're like, wow, I saw a cool cat. And then he ran away. Bummer. So, one must think about their tactical chickens. If you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? I am standing for something. I am standing for quality slime rankings, Noonie Tunes. That's what I'm standing for. Tar slimes. E. They consume your friends. And they just eat. I wouldn't consider them F necessarily because they do have their purpose in the slime circle of life, the grand circle. But it's very sad to see them start to consume slimes. And you don't want them to randomly pop up on your ranch, so E. E for them. The silvers, they're cute. I really like the noises they make, so I think that would make me put them in like a C- tier. I also really like their design. And I do like the minigame they're associated with. I think I'll put them in C. I actually like their aesthetic better than Quantum and Rads. Yeah, I enjoy their aesthetic better. I think my brain just wants to categorize them lower because they're not the same kind of slime as the others because we don't get to ranch them. They're only part of a minigame. I stand for all Bigfoots. That's why you have a size 13 shoe. Wow. There is a coolness to the tar, and they have a purpose, but if I'm gonna use the whole scale, and if somebody has to be ranked at the bottom, if it's gotta be somebody, it's gonna be tar, you know. That's not to say that they're bad, it's just to say that out of all of them, they're lower on my list. That's alright, Razor Gazer, you can totally disagree, form your own tier list, you know. We all get to have opinions here in this side of the world. Although also with the tar overpopulation control, its glitch is they can completely exterminate a population of slimes. Nothing will really stop them unless you do. So similar with the silver slimes, these glitch slimes, I'm like, I don't associate them with normal slimes. They were also a little annoying to vacuum up. I think I'll put them in C- because even though I got really good at that mini game at the end of it, like being able to find them and everything, They were kind of annoying to like actually vacuum. And for that reason, they'll go in C minus. Actually, Japanese Spider-Man, we just shoot tars with water and then they break up into a million pieces. So you don't even have to throw them into the ocean. All right. This is my tier list for the bases. I'm gonna probably remove them and do Largos as a separate thing, just so the lists don't get, like, too full. Does that sound right, or do you guys want them all ranked together? Because I also want to be able to rank the Largos, like, in a list order separate from these guys. I feel like they're just a different beast altogether. What's a glitch slime? Glitch slimes are from Victor's mini games. So you basically go into a computer simulation and you have to find glitches in the system. And then he's able to like gather information from you collecting them. And he'll eventually give you his lab. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do the Largos separate from the individual slimes. I think those are kind of like separate categories to me. So I will separate them. Whoa. You can't go there, honey. Don't mind me, guys, while I just painstakingly remove all of them. But that was my definitive individual slime ranking list. I feel pretty good about it. You know, there are a couple there that I might be like, oh, maybe I'd want to bump them up a ranking or something. But for the most part, I feel like that's my general opinion. There are actually quite a few slimes that it's like I didn't have necessarily a lot of opinions about like my interactions with them in game, so they more so came to be ranked based off of their aesthetic alone, or like their mechanic on if you can get injured. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Okay. We'll take this one at a time. The pink rock Gordo or Largos. I mean, they're just pink slimes with spikes. And then that makes the pink slime, which I already think is kind of meh, able to hurt me. So we're gonna do C minus. These guys are at least C just because they get advanced by the fact that they're part phosphor slime. And phosphor slimes are adorable. Oh my goodness. Pink tabby. Pink tabby's an A because it's a cute tabby that looks like it's like a strawberry or something. I think I'll move you up here. I like the quantum. Or is this not the quantum one? Is this the... Okay, look at this. Do these two not look the exact same? Like, one of them is the quantum and one of them must be the radiation one, right? I like their eyes. Their eyes are cool. But, their eyes are cool. But I'm not gonna like that this one radiates. We'll put you on C. And other than that, they just look like a bigger pink slime. They just are a bigger pink slime with different eyes. And so that's very meh to me. Nothing like they definitely not get above C tier. I love that they chose the picture of the pink magma that just looks like it's seen war or like a mass bombing. I'm gonna consider that one for a Largo. That one's pretty C too, because we also have to be taking into consideration what is the thing that they're being combined with, what are they adding to it, and what is it adding to them. And I feel like in terms of like pink magma, you know, actually might lower some of these with that in mind, because if I'm taking into consideration, does this enhance the thing that it got merged with? Pink just is the base level, so it's not really going to enhance anything. The reason that cat pink gets leveled up is because the cat is what is advancing the pink higher. The phosphor is what's advancing the pink higher. So pink is kind of lowering these guys, if I'm being honest. Look at all the combos we could have had. There are many. Yeah, if they had like the textures of Quantum but the colors of pink, but they don't look like that at all. They're just like pink downgrades what made Quantum special. Okay, the more I'm talking about it, the more I want to lower these guys. These guys can stay C- because they still maintain like basically the look of the other version just turning pink, which makes sense. But I don't think it adds anything special to them, so they'll stay in a C- instead of a C. As opposed to like these guys, I feel like something about them got a little like ruined by turning pink. Almost. And Honey Pink 2, I'll go B tier. Actually, C. I love the honeys, but the only thing pink is adding to the honey here is changing the honey color to pink. Or I should say what honey is adding to pink is the comb in front of the face. Which isn't all that much, but reminds me enough of my precious honeys that I'll keep it at C. You're convincing yourself. I'm like really thinking about this here, and I'm like, actually, some of these are like very meh. Okay, I out of the pink slimes, this is a better one. You can go B tier. I honestly might have to lower these guys like even a tier lower than they currently are, because the pinks are definitely probably going to end up being the lowest of all of them. Yeah, no, these guys are going to go down a tier for sure. I think I might, yeah, I might move everyone down a little bit for pink. Also, Tabby gets to stay up there. Because that's just how cute Tabby is. That's how much pull Tabby has, that a pink gets to stay in an A tier. That's how special a Tabby is. Hunter pinks. I mean, it's just, you know, just pinkifying a hunter. But I kind of like that look. I kind of like seeing their reskin like that. So we can go near the honeys for kind of similar reason. The pink dervishes. Honestly, I don't know why, because I did say I'm not a huge fan of the dervish design generally, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. It looks like Saturn. Like a pink Saturn. A self-declared indecisive person making a tier list is really something. Yeah, you'll get to see my thought process, and then at the end of it, I will think that most of them probably need to move somewhere else anyway. Yeah. Okay, I might move the dervish later, depending on how I feel, but right now, he's good there. Oh, okay, I do like the plant pink one, because he just looks like a radish. Like, he looks like an actual food, and it's kind of cute, so I'll put him in B. He can go B. Yeah, because he feels like something a little different to me. He becomes a little more unique. Yes, exactly, it's Glitch. It's our little Saturn dervish. And I like the pink version of him better than the purple one, so I'm cool with ranking him higher for that reason. The mosaic pink. This is probably my favorite meshing of the mosaics, maybe. That feels a little bold to say. But I just was never really taken with how the mosaics look with anything else. But because the pink is so bland, the mosaic just adds a lot to it. So yeah, I feel like they work well together, and I actually like how they look better than how the mosaic looks with a lot of the other slimes. The walrus! Okay. Forgetting about all my feelings about things that cause me harm. Guys, he's a walrus. He's just a little pink walrus. How can you not love him? Bald slime. Alright, a rock phosphor. Ooh. Well, the phosphors for me just rank high inherently, and I like how this phosphor looks much better than this one. He's cooler, so he needs to be a level above, or he needs to be somehow above this phosphor. I might have him FC. I don't necessarily think he's anything super special just having rocks on him, but he's definitely better than the pink phosphors. But I do think I'd find these pink guys more interesting than him at the same time. My brain has not made a thought in the last 10 years. That can't be right, Japanese Spider-Man, because otherwise how would you be messaging any thoughts or opinions? I am American. This is true. I'm located in the Americas. Ooh, cat rock. Cat rock. I think cat rock for me, probably a B. I feel like the ears are just harder to see, so we don't get to see as much of the catness to the cat rock. Walmer slime gives me cuteness overload. I wonder where Honeycat is going to be. That's such an interesting question you're asking it, Slush. I have no clue. Where would we put Honey? Where would we put Honeycat? Where would that go? Green rock. This is just rock but green, and now can also radiate you. So, I mean, I kind of like the green is nice amongst all this pink. I'm not gonna lie. I do appreciate that. I think he's kind of a C-. He's kind of a C- for me. I think he fits pretty snugly right there. Had me wondering what American was for a second. Oh, didn't mean to confuse you, Vinatra. Oh, you're coming to America soon? Ooh. Oh, geez. I don't leave my house much. I am not the best person to ask about, like, social norms because I don't entirely get them. But I think it also will depend on what part of America you're going, because each state kind of has its own subculture. But regions in particular. I think if you could break it apart by region, that would be best. Like, are you going to the East Coast? Are you going to the West Coast? Are you going to the Midwest? Are you going to the South? Because they all have kind of a different, vibe. Well, you should always assume that we're Americans. Geez, I feel like I'm the worst person to ask for, like, cultural norms, because it also depends on what are you used to culturally. Because if you mentioned, like, oh, this is something that we typically do in my culture, and I could be like, oh yeah, we don't do that here, or like that's considered, I'd say, I mean, one major thing about America that's different from other places is tipping. Like, we do have a tipping culture. It is very polite. Like, if you go out to eat, and you have somebody serve you, that you tip a certain percentage. I've always usually gone for 20% is like my max. It's usually what I start with. And the only time I've ever gone lower than 20% is either if the service was so bad that I'll only give 10, or if I just don't have the money to do it. But I also don't usually go out to eat if I don't have the money to tip. But that's a big one. Ooh, where are you going? You're going to the South. Ooh, yes, there's a lot of Southern hospitality over there. They do, I think, greatly respect manners. Southern people in the chat, if you can give any advice, if you like have lived there or currently live in the South, please send them to Japanese Spider-Man's way. I've been to the southern states like a couple times, and they're very welcoming, very warm, like very willing to just talk to anybody. But yeah, politeness is a big deal. Yeah, exactly. Normally polite. Please and thank you. Being kind. Yeah. And then, yeah, the tipping thing is a big deal. But I would also say, I don't know if this is different in other places, but America's tipping culture has also started to become something where they'll ask you for tips for things that aren't really a service that have been provided for you. And I would say do not feel pressured to tip in those situations. I don't know. Like, I personally, I'm like, oh yeah, I tip if somebody has directly served me, like, at a restaurant or something. But if I order takeout and I go to pick it up, I'm probably not going to tip. So, that kind of thing. Yeah, tipping has gotten to be way too much. Like, people are asking for tips for ridiculous things. So don't pressure yourself too much in certain situations. Yeah, I know it's different, like, basically everywhere else. Ooh. This guy's a cutie. I think still kind of a C, though. But I do like him better than the phosphor rock one. I can't wait till the military starts accepting tips. Don't ask them anything about the metric system. Yeah, just avoid anything Americans aren't used to. Oh yeah, that's so true too. I never stopped to think about that, Japanese Spider-Man. But yes, some places factor tax into what you buy. Most do not. And I always forget about that. It's one of the reasons I just round up prices in my brain, just naturally. Like, I always add on, like, an extra dollar or two. So that way I won't overspend, and oftentimes I'll end up underspending. Yes, Looney Tunes, that's perfect advice. If you're going to tip somebody, you're tipping waiters, cabs, Ubers, and delivery. Those are people that get tips. Yeah. Oh, Honey Rock. You can go into B tier because you are made of honey, even though now you have little rocks in you. The rock crystals are basically just... So if we're going with the enhancement principle, they don't really enhance each other much because he just gets more spiky. But now he gets to be blue. Was he always blue? No, he was purple. So he gets to be a different color. And I do like this aesthetic better than these ones. So I'll put him in front for that. Rock candy. Very true, yeah. It is very rock candy-like. No, Japanese Spider-Man, don't eat the honey slimes. I'm glad that you're having a good time, Goofy Green, even if there's confusion. Also, what are you visiting the States for, if you don't mind my asking, Japanese Spider-Man? Is it just vacation, or do you have, like, friends or family that you're visiting? And again, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just curious. I'm gonna keep up my list. Rock hunters. Ugh. I like that we get to see a blue version of the hunter. And no wonder he's upset. He's got rocks jumping out of his head. He's probably got a headache. I mean, the coloration is cool. I'd probably put him closer to D, though. I'm just, like, not a huge hunter fan. No, stop chewing on the honey slimes! Ooh. That's kind of cool, the quantum rock. I can get behind, like, this color combo and aesthetic. I still think they'd give me, like, a headache, though. That's the thing with the quantums, is I don't want to, like, rank them too high just because I'm thinking about all the pain they've caused me emotionally. But I like the look. The look with the rocks are pretty cool. Aww. This little rock Saturn's cute, too. I think I'd put him up there. Ah, visiting an American friend you met at university. A beer run because they miss all the European beer in the States I don't have. Cool. Well, I hope you have a good time. It's always nice to catch up with old friends. Quantum slimes are just glitchy pee slimes. I mean, if your pee is this color, I think you need to drink some water or see a doctor. Because that is a little strong, bud. Okay. Somebody has to spray Japanese Spider-Man with a spray bottle and get him to stop eating honey slimes because he's trying to eat them into extinction and they didn't do anything to him. Okay. I was trying to get through this. The plant rocks. Interesting. An interesting concept. I like that the base of them is green. That's kind of nice because it's, you know, keeping that plant aesthetic. The rocks kind of just make it feel more like it's a plant that's buried in the earth. So I would rank it, I think on aesthetics alone, I'd rank it somewhere around here. But the fact that, again, it is one that could cause injury doesn't make him go super duper high. Doctor would be the best idea. I don't think water will save you now. Well, the doctor, if it's really bad, is just going to start pumping water into your veins directly. That's not okay. You're committing crimes against nature. Yeah, rock mosaic. Maybe down here. I like the colors, I guess, but again, I just feel like this mosaic almost like muddies a lot of the slimes that have more details to them naturally. So, I'll put him there. Oh my goodness! Look at this rock walrus! Oh, I kind of am in love with him. Are you an A tier? You're so cute. I'll put you in B. You can go behind Cat Rock. For the same reasons that Cat Rock is down here, Walrus Rock will go down here as well. But he's cute. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about him being a blue walrus with the little spikes. But that's adorable. Of course, our kitty Phosphor will also be an A tier. It is an adorable little cat bug. Oh my goodness, Japanese Spider-Man. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on you. Keep you away from all of my slimes. Because this is a travesty. Okay, this is a Phosphor... Is this... a Phosphor... Rad? Is that what this is? Yeah, basically all it changes about them is their eye color, and then it makes them radiate. So, I don't think I could rank it higher, much higher than like a normal pink one. I do prefer the Phosphor colors a little bit more, so I'll rank it higher than the pink Phosphor for that reason, but yeah, I don't know about him by himself. No! I'm gonna throw you into the ocean! Leave the honey slimes alone! They're under my solemn protection. Meg ones. I like the aesthetic better. I don't like that they injure you as much. But they can go up there. I think they're kind of cool. Honey Phosphor. It's a little honeybee. How could he not be S rank? And they have to be higher up on the protected endangered slime list because all of the people in chat are constantly talking about eating them. I don't think it would, Bigfoot. I don't think it would. Oh yeah, how do your swimming lessons do when someone ties cement to your ankles and drops you in the middle of the ocean, buddy? How does that go? A hunter Phosphor. Interesting. That looks really cute. He's just like an adorable little butterfly. And I like the look of it so much, I don't even mind that he's a hunter. This I'll probably put lower. He's cute because he's a cute little lightning bug, but not a huge quantum fan as we've established. Busy slime Bee-Bree. I don't know how well your jet boosters are gonna act when they're waterlogged, buddy. Okay, a little Saturn with wings? I could put you there. It's not like you're harmful and you look so sweet. Actually, I'd probably put you above Rock Honey. And maybe above Pink Mosaic. And maybe above the Radish. You're cute. Oh yeah, this one! I legitimately thought about this being one of the guys that I would have on my ranch if it wasn't for the fact that there just didn't feel like much of a purpose to making more corrals or anything. Like, I definitely thought about him. He's a cutie. Then the concrete blocks tied together shall become your nunchuck weapons against honey slimes? Nonsense. You think honeys can be hurt by concrete blocks? Fool. Hi, Freddy. Welcome to the stream. Okay, this is one of the ones where I feel like the mosaic actually kind of brings it down a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I still think he's probably cooler than these guys. But there's just something about that, like, glassy, plasticky covering that, just doesn't do it for me, you know? Oh, walrus phosphor! Oh, he's kind of precious. Look at this grumpy little walrus face and his cute little wings. His cute little antennas. He's cute. I really, if you can't tell, I love a lot of the phosphor combos, even if they might not be like my top individually. Brianna's honey slime saving quest has turned them into an anime villain. Yes, I will do whatever it takes to protect the slimes. My power level's over 9,000! Rad tabby. Okay, the tabbiness is what brings you up. It's cute to see a little green cat. But that's the best you got going for you. I actually might do you tippity top B tier there. Boom. Boom tabby. Probably around there. And obviously we know honey tabby. Where we put our little sweet honey cat? S, obviously. The spot reserved for champions and things that are mixed with honey. This is what you watch me for, just so I gush about the slimes. You gotta get tired of that really quick, though. Of me just looking at things and going, oh, that's so cute! Because it's the same thing that I'm saying, just towards different stuff. Yeah, you'll probably have to go against a whole training arc, and you still won't win. Alright there, I stand for truth and justice, and you shall not prevail in the harms you seek to do to slime kind. Boop. There are the slimes. Oh yeah, the cat crystals are kind of cute too. Definitely not lower than A tier, because kitty cats, and now they're also sparkly. They're sparkly kitty cats. So, gotta keep them up there. I think I'd put them over the hunters and the walruses just because they're more friendly. Also, now I'm debating about these two walrus positions, because this is like a really interesting bug walrus, but I kind of think I do like just the normal pink walrus a bit better. He's just like, all his flavor is brought from his walrus-ness. Is this this is what a hunter tabby looks like? Yeah, he's just kind of like a grayed version of the hunter. And the hunters are fine. I don't want to put a cat in C tier, though. But the hunter just kind of is, like, overpowering him, isn't it? Because really what he gets from the tabby is his coloration. He's not going to get the tabby's mentality. And the whole reason that I'm not a huge fan of the hunter is because of his, like, personality, his behavior. His behavior is why I don't like him as much. So I feel like the tabby doesn't really boost you because of that. You can't just look like one of my favorite slimes and then think that that makes everything okay. You're gonna go in the C- tier. But because you are cat-like, you can go at the top part of C-. Yeah, the author will also give you a bunch of random powers in the middle of a fight, too. It won't even have been from your training arc. You'll be in the middle of a fight and you'll be losing horribly, and then all of a sudden, you'll have a new power that's never been mentioned before that you've unlocked. And yet you'll still lose. You see Legendary, you think of the song from Epic. I just read your pun. The Slamile. Cute. Quantum Cats. Okay, Quantum Cat. You're kind of in the same boat as the Hunter, but you're cuter, so I'll at least put you in C. And because you're a cat, your C-ness is going to get you a little higher. So how much does the Quantum annoy me versus how much I like the cat? Your aesthetic is better than the Mosaic, I think. I think there, at least. Similar. The power of terrible writing. How long will this go? It'll go until we're done ranking them. We're gonna rank them, and then we're also gonna do a really quick ranking of all the characters. And then that'll probably be it for the night. It's already gone on much longer than I thought it would, to be honest. I have been talking a lot. I thought it would take me like 30 minutes. Oh, how I underestimated my ability. Or overestimated? I overestimated my ability to make decisions in a timely manner. Brie vs. Spider-Man, match of the century. Yeah, he's Spider Boy and I'm Bee Girl. Spider versus Bee. I will get stuck in a loop of appreciating slimes for eternity. No chicken tier list. I'm sorry, Freddy. If it makes you feel better, my top chicken is the painted chicken. And then I would probably say Briar, and then Hen Hen, like the normal Hen Hen, and then Stony Chicken. And Roostaros are just the same across the board, so they just can be ranked in C. But there's my chicken rating for you. Does that ever make you feel tired talking to us? I think it kind of depends on where my social battery is at, but I would say most of the time when I'm talking to chat, I don't feel like I'm getting particularly, like, drained. At least I haven't felt that way. I have had sometimes when me and the girls are streaming where all of a sudden I'm just like, I was totally fine like a second ago, and then a second passes and I'll be like, I'm exhausted now and I just want to spend time by myself. But I haven't really had that, I think, doing this like often. Yeah, I mostly, like, I really enjoy your guys' commentary and your company. Like, talking to you isn't, like, what would be draining about it, if that makes sense. I think sometimes you can just get tired. And that's prone to happen, but I don't think it's because of you guys. This is amazing. Look at this cat dervish. It is so incredible. It kind of looks like a little spatial black hole. You're going at the very least in A. I think the only thing that would bring you down is that you can cause little tornadoes that would... it would potentially mess things up, but you are amazing. Oh my goodness, Plant Cat! Plant Cat is also amazing! It's just a cute little green cat with a flower on his head. Oh, how lovely and innocent and pure. Oh, I love him. Okay, the mosaic, I don't know what it is. It just, to me, just does not look great. It brings it down for me. And it's not like the mosaics do anything harmful. I mean, they do have those little glitter explosions that go pew pew, and then you go, ah, why is everything on fire? But I don't really associate them with the mosaics, even though that is directly where they come from. 10 million side characters. Drinking soda makes you tired? Honestly, when I used to drink soda, I don't anymore. I basically just drink water. Sometimes I'll make myself a hot chocolate in the winter. But like keto chocolate chips, trying to keep it a little less sugar loaded. But when I used to drink soda, one, the only soda I liked was Coke, which I don't like at all now. I can't believe I used to drink it. And number two, they also made me tired. I think something about the caffeine in it just had like the opposite effect of what like caffeine was supposed to have. That's the weaknesses. I get distracted by slimes, and then you get blasted with soda and fall asleep. You get sealed into the earth by the end. Ah, a battle for the ages. Okay, cat walrus. Is this not uber precious? It's like basically a saber-toothed cat. And I know, okay, here's the thing. Here's the difference between hunter cat and walrus cat. This makes it look like a saber-toothed tiger kitty, which is very distinct from either the singular walrus and the cat itself. So even though he hurts you, he still looks a lot different, as opposed to hunter tabby is just reskinned hunter with tabby colors. So it's not really new, but this feels very new, and it's amazing. Ultimate soda technique, infinite pour. Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna unleash the slime domain. I want to see you get out of that one, buddy. Drinking a whiskey and Coke right now, Nudie Tunes. I hope you're enjoying it. I just don't like Coke anymore. I used to love it. And now I'm like, nah. Yes, Blueberry, you can tell my preferred options. Ooh, rad walrus. I mean, the walrus part of you is really cute, but we've also seen you now in many different forms, and I don't necessarily think you being green makes me like you more. I'll do C for you. You can be a C tier. See, I just thought the mosaics just are not C minus. Like, you're not a D. Are you a D? You might be a D. I just feel like it just doesn't mesh well. I don't know how to describe it. I don't like it. Oh, you meant I summon the soda. You know, it's very possible. If it will distract you in some way. Who's gonna win the battle of the century? Oh, Goofy Green! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry. I don't have anything wrong with green. It's just that I don't like the mosaic part on this one. And yeah, there are just other greens that I think I like better. I meant no offense. I'm sorry. You could summon the slimes to distract me, but then the slimes would turn on my side. So, you're gonna get slime piled for sure. Ooh, you're fighting your final boss in D&D? Good luck, Noonie Tunes. I wish you all the best. I don't have anything against the color green. I'm just trying to see what it adds beyond some things that I've already seen. Now this one, I can appreciate the greenness. I like that it's a more vibrant green than it normally is for the plant, just because it's nice to see that. Where would I rank this aesthetically? I definitely like you more than Rock Mosaic, I think. And then we got Green Saturn, which I think I just like a little bit less than Pink Saturn. What is happening here? Okay, this is actually very unique. A quantum rad. A quantum rad. Huh. I kind of want to see this one in person. Like, I kind of want to go into Slime Rancher and test this one out for myself. I don't hate the color green! Thank you, Goofy Green. I appreciate your forgiveness. Blue is a very good color, Bigfoot. I like blue a lot. Oh, you're DMing the final boss! Well, yes, pass the luck on to your players. And also, good luck to you running the game. That's a lot of work. I really admire DMs for all that you have to juggle. So I salute you for making D&D games around the world possible for your service as a dungeon master. Does it look like... Oh, I can see that. You know what, actually? It kind of looks like Mountain Dew. It's glitched. Does this not look like... Does this look like Mountain Dew? the radiation definitely would apply. I think based on the look of this guy, I think I'd put him... He's definitely higher than Mosaic. He's interesting. He's an interesting little cosmic ball of death. Neon. Oh, the hunter rad. The hunter rad. The hunter rad. Okay, I will say something that I do appreciate about these guys, and I'll rank them a little higher for it. Since I did have the hunter rads around for a long time, I got to see them at their most happy, and I like when they open their mouths and it's just this like gloppy green smile that they are looking at you with is very cute. So I can appreciate a hunter rad, I think, after all this time with them. Oh, have fun playing Bigfoot. Please live. A rad crystal. I don't know. Rad crystal kind of to me feels like pink crystal, but just green skinned, and then again, now can give you radiation poisoning. But I'll put him just right behind the pink one for that reason. This must be a honey quantum. It looks mostly honey, but now has the annoyances of the quantum. So for the looks of the honey, you get at minimum C tier. For the annoyances of the quantum, though, I don't think you can break through from C tier. Okay, maybe... No, you have to stay C. Sorry, I was like... I really love honeys. And I like that the quantum added with the honey gives it kind of this glowing effect, which just makes it feel like more like amber, like vibrant. I do really love the coloration that is being added to it by being mixed with the rad. So that makes me want to boost it into B tier for the aesthetic part. And like, they don't hurt you. They're precious. So even if they get away from their cage, yeah, they can be B. They can be a low B. Kitchen entity? I mean, good luck. What is the kitchen entity? Please don't let it get you. Okay, this is, oh, this is the magma honey. I do remember trying one of these out for myself, and they just look like magmas. So they were really a disappointment. I'm gonna put them in D just because they were a disappointing version of the magma, of the honeys, I should say. Cooler than a magma pink. But you really wouldn't even be able to tell that they're honey-based. Okay, you better tell me about the kitchen entity because that's concerning. What color do I hate the most? I don't know if... I was about to say I don't know if I hate any color, but that's not true because there are some colors that are just like an assault on the eyes. Hold on. I'd have to look up like a hues and cues list and then I could tell you what color it is. Wait, are you really telling me Brianna likes the honey slimes a lot? She does. And hey, guys, the honey slimes aren't based in an animal. They're based in a food. Okay, crystal honeys. I actually kind of don't like the crystals as much as the rocks themselves. I don't think the color really matches as well with them. So I think... I think aesthetically, they'd probably rank somewhere over here for me. And there's nothing necessarily about what they provide you that wants me to rank them up. And again, I know the crystals can cause you pain, but that's more if you get in their way than anything. So that doesn't make them rank lower. I think just on an aesthetic basis, this is probably where I would put the honey crystal. The honey hunters are stinking adorable. So you can be up here, bud. You're so cute. I used to have the hunters and the tabbies like right next to each other and both of them were honey because I just need 2 honey cats. Hopefully not green. There are many beautiful shades of green out there, Goofy Green. Oh, sorry, screen's a little cut off from S. Sorry, guys, I forget to scroll up because I can see the, like, entirety of it. Let me try something, actually. Let me... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to rescale it. Here. Now, when I scroll down a little bit, you guys should hopefully still see it. Because I want you to still be able to see the whole tier. Sometimes I'm like drag and dropping them and then you don't get to see them move to S tier. Sorry about that. Password is Peri Peri Mayo. Hues and Cues is a very fun board game. That's one where in my mind, and like Sally's the one that first said this when we were playing it, but I 100% agree with her. It's not really that you're focused on winning that game so much as it's just like really interesting to play, to see how different people interpret different colors. Like, how would you describe this color might be different than how I would describe it, you know, kind of thing. Or like if you do a round where you're associating certain sound effects with colors, like that's really interesting to see, like, oh, what color do you associate this noise with compared to what I associate it with? It's kind of like a learning things about other people's brains game, if you think about it. A quantum honey. Why did I already think we did a quantum honey? Is this the... Okay. Is this the radiation honey then? Because quantum is definitely going to be the yellow. Okay, in that case, this ranks way lower for being quantumized like that. You could go right here. But I didn't realize that the rad honeys, unless this is miscolored, turn that kind of more goldeny, ambery orange, because that's very pretty. It's like advanced code names. Okay, before you go, it's glitch. I think my favorite one, this might change because again, I only have listened to them today, so I want to give them more plays to like really get a feel for which ones are my favorite. But I really enjoyed Monster, particularly because that is a musical theme from the very beginning of the musical. So to see a song that centers around it and we get kind of this culmination of what that monster theme was building to, I really enjoyed that song. I enjoyed a lot of them though, so right now that's the one that I would say off the top of my head, but I will give you further details the more I listen to the soundtrack and the more I get to like hear the lyrics and what story beats or like character moments are progressing through there that I might have missed the first time around. I mean, honestly, this is basically a quantum, but just has like the little honey quadrant things on it. So I do feel like it has to be C-. Sorry, quantum does that. This is a little honey Saturn, and that's adorable. Is that not? Like, it's just like a little honey glob surrounded by more honey that's circling it, like a little honey planet. What obscure song do I enjoy? Ooh, I don't know which songs I listen to that are super obscure. I like Where Were You by Ghost Ship is probably one of the ones that I think not many people have heard of, that I enjoy that song. Oh, good, your body didn't get taken, Japanese Spider-Man. Even though that would have saved me some trouble about not having to fend you off of my precious slimes. Bye, Glitch. Thanks for being here. Honestly, in terms of music, guys, I'm just going to have to throw together like a playlist of different songs that I listen to, and then I can just be like, if these are your musical questions, here are the things that I enjoy that at least I can think of right now. Not that there aren't others, but that here's like a general list. Okay. The honey plant. Okay, again, this one, if we're talking about how the slimes complement each other, just this does basically just feel like plant, but with little honey face. And on this picture makes him look like he's sad about it, doesn't it? Doesn't he look a little sad? He's not D tier. I didn't mean to like set him there. But he's definitely like a lower C for me. Higher than the Quantum, because it's not like he's annoying. Honestly, maybe like around here. Okay, the mosaic honeys. I did end my slime ranching with having a mosaic honey on hand. And I did mention that I was like, they just were not aesthetically my favorite. The mosaics just... I don't know how else to put it. I've said it multiple times now. I just want more from them. He looks like a sugar-covered honey, which is interesting because honey basically is sugar. It's not terrible. I wouldn't put him in C-, but I also, like, I wouldn't rank him super high. I almost like actually, maybe he would be in C-, because I do like the hunter tabby look over him. But no, because he is different, at least. He is different enough. You see, like, a good bit of both of them in there as opposed to just a coloration change. Oh, yeah, Freddie. Sorry, I already did the base level ones. They've already been ranked. It's all right, though. You can go back in the stream and check it as well. Wherever it was. But yeah, we're in the order of where we are. We're almost through it, guys. Oh, yeah, this was kind of the order of how I sorted them, too, Freddie. It's down here. This is almost the order. I think some of them might be a little out of it, but for the most part. Okay. Oh, a honey saber! Oh, dang, that is so cute. Oh, his eyes look... I'm sorry, I'm gonna rank him a little above the tabby because don't his eyes just look so innocent? Look at, they're like sparkling in that picture. And he's got just these little bug teeth. So, oh, hello, buddy. Oh, geez, I never even thought about a hunter crystal combo. This just kind of looks like a mess, if I'm gonna be honest. It just doesn't... They don't look like they really go together at all, do they? Yeah, aesthetically... Ooh, I kind of just think that's like a downgrade for both of those aesthetics. They don't really fit. Okay, Japanese Spider-Man, you need to chill out. Alright, bud. Leave my babies alone. I'm gonna stay safe up here from you. Okay, you know what's the really funny thing, Goofy Green? I don't actually like honey, like as a product. I don't enjoy the taste of honey at all. I've tried to like it a couple times and it's just not for me. The only thing I've like really enjoyed honey with is I've roasted some strawberries in the oven before and you honey roast them. And I think the reason that I can enjoy that is because the strawberry flavor overpowers whatever I don't like about honey enough that it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I don't actually like eating honey, but I love the honey slimes. I just think they're so adorable. No hot honey chicken wings for you. No, I'm afraid. Not a honey flavor fan, but I adore these honeys. These honey slimes. Which all the more reason it makes it easier for me to want to protect them because I'm not at all tempted to eat them. Do people put honey on chicken? Great question. I was not aware of them doing that either. Okay, this is another one. I feel like this looks better than the Hunter Crystal does, but it still just feels so mismatched. Like, maybe it's the picture. Maybe it's just this picture, but like the crystal parts don't look like they belong as part of the slimes. They look completely detached or separate or weird. Now this, on the other hand, maybe it's the coloration, but he looks cool. He's definitely going above Rock Saturn. I'd actually put him as either a high C, maybe a low B. Yeah, I could see him being a low B. He's very pretty. It's a very pretty crystal Saturn of the dervish, even though the dervishes can be annoying. No, your plan is not gonna work. I understand. I'm cursed to walk this land as a picky eater. Ah, Goofy Green. They're there. It's one of... I wouldn't necessarily say I am a picky eater, but there are just some flavors I don't like. Just like I don't like almond flavoring. Like if you guys have ever had a frosting or a cake that is made with almond flavoring, like an extract, I just can't eat it. It's like the aftertaste of it or something bad. And then also like cilantro. I'm one of those people that thinks cilantro tastes like soap. So I can get like I can be fine if there's a little bit of it in a dish, which is kind of unavoidable with certain Asian or Latin dishes that I like. Cilantro is just in them. But if I get too much in like a bite, I'm like, soap. Bad. Yeah. See? You're the cartoon villain, and I'm the one defending the innocent little slimes. Spider-Man can't steal. He's supposed to be a neighborhood hero. Okay, this is another one where it just doesn't look like it fits. It looks like it fits better than these two. But it's just, I really feel like part of it has to be the picture itself that's causing me issues here. Yeah, no, I don't like that crystal combo. Crystal mosaics are... After looking at the other crystals, the crystal mosaics are actually pretty decent. And out of all the mosaics, too, I'd rank you higher than the rock one. So, you at least gotta go there. This one's a crystal walrus. He's got little buck teeth and little spikies on his back. And he's all shiny. Yeah, shiny little walrus. Quantum Hunters causing me a bazillion headaches. I think you gotta rank down here just because of how annoying it was when you kept getting out of your cage and I had to keep getting you and then you would bite my face when I'm trying to put you back in your home and then I'd put one of you back in your home and then another one of you would be somewhere else and it was driving me bananas. A hunter dervish? This sounds like an assassin. He looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I definitely want to rank him higher for his aesthetic. He's got a cool midnight look to him. But I feel like he kind of scares me. The hunters already want to stalk you and hurt you. And then we gave him an upgrade. Then we upgraded him with like wind powers. Oh, you're the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? So you're the one that gets infected with venom and then does that weird dance walking down the street? Hunter plant, It's not like they're definitely not E tier because it's not like they're not complement, or I should say, it's not that they don't look like they could fit each other, but I don't necessarily know if I'd say they're complementing each other either. He's probably a little better looking than the honey plant, unfortunately for honey plant. It doesn't help they picked a picture of honey plant that looks so sad about it. Okay, the mosaic hunter, not as bad as these, but it just feels like we put like a weird distortion over the hunter. Like it doesn't feel like it's enhancing anything. Hunter walrus? He's kind of cute. He's gonna get at least B tier. My dislike of the hunters generally is bringing him down a little bit, but I can't say that that's any worse than like the sabers also attack you. I can't be bringing him down too much for that. He's pretty cool. Assassins are always subtle like tornadoes. Exactly, Lytle. Whenever I think of an assassin, I think of a tornado. Guys, you don't want to test Goofy Green. You're gonna unleash their powers. You won't be able to stand up against that. Dervish Quantum. I mean, it looks fine. I just think it would be kind of a headache. This one, oh my goodness. I'm gonna rank these just a little bit above the pink ones, but they have a similar issue that the pink ones do. At least they changed the color, but you can't distinguish the rads and the quantums apart from each other in this. Unless, is this just 2 quantums? Because I thought we already had... Yeah, we already have a rad one. So they just added quantum to the list twice. So that's just wrong. They just have quantum twice. So I'm going to put them at the bottom. Ooh, okay. The quantum mosaics. You know what? I actually can kind of get behind this. I can at least get behind it as much as I can get behind the pink mosaic. Which I listed up here. Actually, I feel like I need to bring the pink mosaic down a little bit on the list. Quantum mosaic's cooler than the pink mosaic. Yeah, that one definitely needed to come down. I think I'll bring this one down a little bit, though. The power of green compels you. So which slimes would your friends be? Oh, do you mean, like, who would I consider out of my friend group to be what slimes? Oh, that's a good question. Ooh. Let's see. Rachel is super cool and, like, chill and hilarious. Which of these slimes best fits that description? I feel like Sally might be some form of Tabby, just because they are a little bit chaotic, but they're also, like, really adorable and silly, and I think that fits her really well. Not to mention, I just associate her with cats because she owns 2 cats. Rachel. I could see... Okay, whichever slime Rachel is, we have to put sunglasses on her. Because that would just be her vibe. But she's just like this really cool girl aesthetic to me. Or like personality. And she's really silly. What fits that? And also, in this ranking, I would not be taking into consideration if, like, they're attacking you as a rancher or anything. I would just be going, like, off vibes solely. I could see her maybe being, like... I feel like the rock or crystal slimes kind of give off of that cool vibe. To me. I just love this black hole cat. That's so cute. And then Sarah has a lot of energy. And she's very cartoony. I could see her, like, when she's just being, like, calmer, being, like, a phosphor. But when she's, like, more in her, like, passionate go-get-em Adam stage, which is her most of the time, I actually kind of might associate her with, like, the hunter vibe a little bit more. Yeah. What if she was like a hunter magma? I could see that. Do we have a hunter magma on this list? I don't think we do. Does this list not have all of the possible slime options? Because I don't see a hunter magma. I only see a hunter tabby. I mean, I'm guessing they would probably look pretty much the same, but... There's already art of Rachel drowning, which looks like a slime. I would clearly be the tar slime if I was your friend. Which one is the tallest slime? That one must be Rachel. Well, in that case, maybe we pick the phosphors because they can climb super high. Or the plants because they have those parts that shoot up super tall. Those little vines. That can be part of Rachel. Agreed, Freddy. Yeah, maybe that's why there's a dupe, because they missed at least one. Don't worry, Spider-Man. No one thinks you're actually evil. It's all in good fun. Okay, Quantum Sabers. I also had to put up with them for a while. They cannot rank any higher than the... like, in a higher tier than the Quantum Hunters. So they'll rank just above them. Plant Dervishes Cute. They're fine. I think I'd like it better than like the normal other dervishes. Mosaic dervish, again, this is kind of taking away from me than it is giving anything. So, probably gonna rank it a little lower than some of this other stuff. I do like it a little bit better than the fact that the honey magma just looks like a magma, so I'll put him there. The saber dervish, just the walrus part really does up your game a little bit, gotta say. The mosaic plant, where did it accidentally end up? Down here. It's definitely not D tier. It's cute enough. Out of the mosaics, it's one of the better looking mosaics. But probably just a super low C. It's either low C, high C minus. I need another in between. I'd maybe say a high C minus. It'd probably be more appropriate. The big slime could be Rachel. She's one of our beautiful gordos that we love to serve. The other rooms for failed test experiments were terminated. Rachel, Brianna, Sarah, Sally, and Aaron were the only ones to pass the test. Yeah, we just felt right at home in a lab. A walrus plant. I'm sorry, I just need you when I see a little walrus. I have to rank them a little bit higher. Actually, do I like the plant dervish or do I like the plant walrus? Okay, I like plant walrus better than this plant, though. And better than crystal plant. And better than pink crystal. I gotta reorganize some of these, I feel like. Because I think I also like plant dervish better than those guys. Yeah, that feels okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a mosaic? Hold on. Hold the phone. Is this a mosaic walrus? Why does he look so beautiful? Look, they actually, like, changed his colors to become mosaic. So now it's just mosaic with walrus shape. As opposed to the saber that just has, like, this weird glass outline over it. So he's actually amazing looking. I need to see him in person. I need to see what he looks like in person. Like, does he not belong up here? Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to scroll up so you can see. Well, if you do fall asleep, I hope you have a good night's rest, Razor Gazer. What slime would Aaron be? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe the rock slime. If Rachel's not the rock slime, maybe Aaron be the rock slime. Or he'd be this tabby. He'd be the dervish tabby. And then he and Sally would kind of match each other. Because she's definitely at least part tabby. If the buckets weren't ranked inside each other. Yeah. Okay. That's all of them. Guys, that's every single one that they had on this list. I do think they missed some combos, but I'm not going to put the effort in to figure out exactly which ones that is. So, to finalize our rankings of the Largos, and S tier, we have our Honey Tabby, we have our Honey Phosphor, a Honey Walrus, also known as a Saber, but I will call them the Walruses forever, a Tabby Saber, and a Saber Mosaic, because does that not just look stunning? I really want to like pop back into Slime Rancher and see what this one looks in real life, because the picture's adorable, but I'm so worried about getting let down. Because the mosaics have let me down so much in other combos that I've tried with them. Bye, Japanese Spider-Man. Have a nice day. Thanks for joining chat with us. It's nice to see your back and forth. Don't eat any honey slimes, though. Or there will be hell to pay. In A tier, we have the Honey Hunters, we have the Honey Dervishes, we have the Tabby Plants, we have the Tabby Dervishes, we have a Pink Tabby, we have the Phosphor Tabby, we have a Pink walrus. We have the phosphor plant. We have the cat crystal. One of the few crystals where it's like, even though I still don't feel like the crystals necessarily fit so well, it's hard for me not to rank them high because the cats are so cute. We have the walrus phosphor. We have a hunter phosphor. We have in B tier a rad tabby. We have a walrus crystal, who actually, I think I'd rank walrus crystal higher than tabby crystal, so I might just lower tabby, because I don't necessarily want to rank walrus crystal higher, but I do want it to be above crystal tabby, so we're going to rearrange that one real quick. I feel like, yeah, that feels more right to me. We have the rock tabby. We have the rock walrus. We have the hunter walrus. The hunter saber, who's very cool. Actually, I do want to rank you a little higher too. You can go up there, even though you hurt me. I know I ranked him lower because of the pain that he can cause versus the other ones, but you know what, aesthetically he looks cool. We got the tabby boom. We got the tabby mosaic, which, oh, you really only ranked that high because you're a tabby. I can tell that was an early ranking one, because again, don't feel like the mosaics add a whole lot to you, but I'll leave you there. We have the phosphor dervish. We have the pink plant because he looks like a little radish. We have a rock honey. We have the honey, which I'm guessing is mixed with rad. We have the crystal dervish, and we have the honey, or not honey saber, sorry, the quantum mosaic, which is one of the few mosaics that I'm like, that stands out to me as something that actually looks interesting. In C tier, we have the pink mosaic, we have the rock boom, we have the crystal rock, we have the rock phosphor, we have the crystal honey. Ooh, the honey was really carrying you there because those crystals also do not really go well with you. Yeah, the honey just carries you. I'd probably reorganize you, actually, because I just don't feel like the crystal parts mesh very well. You can stay in C tier, but I think I'm going to lower you to the bottom. We have tabby quantum. We have phosphor rad. We have phosphor magma. We have phosphor mosaic. We have phosphor pink. We have saber plant. We have plant rock. We have plant dervish. We have pink crystal. We have crystal rad. We have rad hunter. We have rad plant. We have rad quantum. Lots of rads in the C tier. We have mosaic crystal. We have mosaic rock. We have pink dervish. We have rad dervish. We have rad saber. We have hunter dervish, which I actually think is a lot cooler than some of these other ones. I'm boosting him up in the rankings for coolness factor. Yeah, I'm actually gonna boost him pretty high. Where were we? We have walrus dervish, we have mosaic honey, we have rad rock, and we have, as stated before, honey crystal, but he's been moved down a little bit. We have in C- tier the mosaic plant, we have the hunter tabby, the quantum phosphor, the quantum dervish, the hunter plant, the honey plant, the honey pink, the hunter pink, the quantum rock, and the quantum honey. In D tier, we have the rock hunter, the quantum walrus, the quantum hunter, the mosaic dervish, the boom mixed with, I believe it's rad. I think it's rad that it's mixed with. It's hard to tell. But besides the eyes, or is that the honey mix? That might be the honey mix. See, I'm all confused. They are definitely missing a variety of slimes, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think we've seen like the quantum or the quantum boom or the rad boom at all. But I'm guessing they look pretty similar to this in this kind of list. We have the pink rock. We have the hunter pink. We have the mosaic rad. We have the quantum plant in E tier. Sorry, E tier we have the quantum plant. We have both the rad and the quantum pinks. We have the mosaic hunter. We have the crystal plant, the crystal quantum, and the crystal hunter at the bottom. And that is our tier list of all our Largos. Let me see. Things have been going on in chat. I've seen it moving, but I've been listing things off, so I haven't been reading. Sally being a tabby checks out. Yes, it totally does. Most of them is good enough. Yeah, I think most of them is like, we get the general idea. The Mosaic Saber won't disappoint. Okay, I might really quick hop in the Slime Rancher to check out the Mosaic Saber then. No eat honey slime. Why? Because honey slimes aren't for eating, they're for befriending. Also, the Quantum Rad is fun to look at. The Quantum Rad. The Mountain Dew looking one. Dictatorship of Brianna, tough times for honey slime eaters. Yeah, well, don't eat honey slimes on my farm, alright? We're a sanctuary. Freddie, I verbally listed you a chicken tier earlier. Were you not listening to me? Okay, if it's an underground honey slime eating community, Goofy, that implies that there is crime happening. Punishable by 20 years in the hole. Worse than 20 years in the hole. I told you. It'll get you a sentence swimming with the fishes. I'll kick you guys from my ranch. You eat honey slimes anywhere near here. Yeah, well, the yellow slimes, like, their color doesn't particularly draw me. And then I just had some not so great times with the Quantums. Alright, let us move over really quick. We'll do a very brief ranking of these guys. Victor, I'm putting an S because I loved the accent that I gave to him. And he's a little sciencey nerd, which is always a fun time. Thora's kind of, I guess I'll just put her, I don't know, C to me. I don't feel like we really got to know her very well. Ogden is an A. He's fun. I like his personality. He seems like a sweet guy. He has my least favorite minigame though. Out of all three of them, I enjoyed his the least, personally. I actually really liked H as well. I know we don't ever see him, but I enjoyed reading his little notes, and he is the main person we're following along with in terms of like an actual story plot, and so we get to learn a lot about his life and the world through his eyes, so I'll put him in S tier too. I enjoyed him a lot. Casey is getting an A. I appreciated the letters, even though I never responded to a single one of them. They helped to feed us in more on our story, like how we got here and where we came from, and also I liked going, hey, Pia! And I won't get tired of that, so definitely an A rank. Yeah, Ogden's was the most tedious. I almost want to rank him lower for his minigame, but I'm doing this based a little more off of like the character personalities than necessarily the minigames themselves. Bob is also S tier because I always knew what he wanted from me. It was chickens. It was always going to be chickens. He knows what he wants. He also works with Victor. They're science partners. So I think that really says something. H is the character who writes all the letters that we follow along with Freddy. Mochi, I don't like her. I do not like Mochi. Okay, here's the thing with Thora. I put her in C because we don't really know much about her. She's just kind of like a sweet old lady. That's the only thing we ever really read about her too. So I can't rank her higher than C. I don't want to put Mochi in D. But personality-wise, like, she's one of those rival-esque characters. She's kind of fun. I mean, I could see her. We get to interact with her a little more. I will complain about her snobbery, but she also is kind of a fun, like, rivalry interaction that we get in the game. It adds flavor to it. So I'll put her in B because she actually has some character and pizzazz. Thora doesn't really. So that's why Thora is going to be in C. And I'll put Mochi in B. I might not love the girl, but she does, you know, keep some things interesting. Brunch Hunter, I love that you're like, Mochi gets bottom tier. And I totally, like, from her personality-wise, if she was a real person, I'd be like, no. But as a character, I at least know more about her. Well, I don't know anything about her. Except that they're married, Lytle. Yeah, Mochi has trouble opening up because of her upbringing. But, I mean, tale as old as time. It's just, yeah, I need more from her. I don't feel like we get enough depth from her. I'd almost kind of want to put her at like maybe high C as opposed to B, but I'm trying to use the majority of the list here. She gets everything in life she can handle a random ranking. All right, fine. I can put her below Thora at least, but I don't know if I necessarily put her D tier. Because she adds a little more fun, pizzazzy presence, I think. Or I guess fun's not the word, because all of the characters are really unique. And they're all, like, weird in their own cool way. So, you don't have to be mean to stand out. Maybe I will put you in D. That is where I instinctually wanted to put you. I'll keep her lower C. And then is this us? Is this our character? Guys, I'm S tier. What are they talking about? If they're talking about the game character itself, I don't know, B, I guess? I don't feel like we know too much about Beatrix. We just are Beatrix. We just are the rancher. She is whatever we make her. She is your in to the plort market. Wouldn't want to offend Mochi too much. She doesn't have to know. She doesn't have to know about my ranking. Also, it's not like her into the plort market really gave me that much access to anything. I did quite enjoy her minigame, though. I enjoyed her game, and I enjoyed that she always gave me money for all of the plorts I collected. So I always was sure to get something I was actually going to use. And Beatrix is very bland. Yeah, I can agree with that to an extent, Japanese Spider-Man, just because, like, she is the player character. So besides what we read about her from Casey's letters, we don't really know anything about her. She is just whatever we make of her through our perspective, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, which is why I'm like, oh, I want to put somebody in B tier, you know, like somebody should go in B. I don't want to leave B empty, so I'll put Beatrix there because it matches. But I think she's more like a high C. Like, she's definitely better than Thora, just because I don't know much about Thora. She's better than Mochi because what I do know about Mochi is mostly irritating for the most part. But she isn't, like, as much of a character as anybody else. Yeah, it's harder to judge Bia because we don't know her. Yeah, if we could, like, write up some responses to people's letters, that would be cool. And maybe you could get different responses back and everything. If the name's Beatrix and you play her, do we call her Beatrix? Sure. Go for it. Yes, it is the point of a blank slate character. You're not going to know much about them because it's like it's supposed to be something to represent you or that you can put yourself into, which is, I'm like, I think B is fine. Because I do would rank that above maybe some of the other side characters. Okay, I think I really want to see that mosaic saber. So give me like a hot second here. I'm gonna open Slime Rancher. Let me also pause this music now that we're done with that. We're gonna take one last dip into Slime Rancher just so I can see a mosaic saber, sorry. Mosaic saber. I think sometimes I accidentally call hunters sabers or sabers hunters. It's my bad. It's my bad when that happens. Let's really quickly. No, my hot second can't be up. Whatabix. It's no longer a tier list stream. It's always a tier list stream. We're just testing the integrity of the tier list. This is to test the tier list integrity. I have to get rid of so many of these. I forgot this is what I forgot we left them off with googly eyes. I just saw. just saw the boom in the corner. Their stupid eyes. I'm sorry. Okay. That got me a little off guard. The only hunter combo I remember somebody suggesting was the hunter quantums, and I do have them. I do have them, and they have caused me much grief. Yeah, give me a hot minute. Okay. Who's gonna be easier to collect for a mosaic saber? Obviously the mosaics are, so we need to go to the what's it called? We need to go to the glass desert. I revisit my farm to have a little breakdown. Oh look, a giant mosaic. I need a small one. Where's the small mosaic? There you are. You're coming with me. You can come with me too. I could just make a pen for you guys. Take 3 of you. I'll take 4 of you. Kidnapped. You're coming to a new home. You're going to love it there. You're going to love it very much, I promise. And we're gonna need a saber. Actually, pardon me. Why am I running? I could use a portal. Don't get distracted, don't get distracted, don't get distracted, don't get distracted. Okay, you guys got some saber plorts. And let's maybe put these guys just over in Ogden's pad, why don't we? Since he's gonna be nearby. It's gonna be the first one we run into. Kidnapper of slimes. I only kidnap them for their own good. Is the streams dropping? Are the frames dropping, or is it just buffering? Final thing is slime here is before the mighty strength of the vacuum transports them in a tube into a dark void. They like it here, okay? We'll put you up here. I'm going to make a little corral for you. I have all the money in the world to do it with. You don't need a solar shield, but you can sure have one. Actually, the solar shield, I feel like blurs you out. Now I regret having it. Because it's going to be harder to see your beauty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eat! Oh! They don't disappoint! Oh, look at them. They're so shiny. They're beautiful. Hello. Oh, I love them. You are amazing. You are so precious. Okay, I've seen them. Now I can go. Oh, aren't they a delight? Aren't they charming? Okay, well, we've gotten our confirmation. Now we truly say goodbye to Slime Rancher. Well, the first one at least. Until we return again. Hello, Tabby. I hope you're having a good job being in charge. Good job. You're doing amazing. And hello to you, Mr. Honey Slime. Hey! Hey! He's so cool, guys. The honey that I have in the corner that has the sunglasses, that makes me think of Rachel. that one is, I think of Rachel so much when I see that one. Okay. But yeah, alright, we have our list confirmed. We have made our tier list. You have now known all my opinions. Okay, Goofy Green. Hey, Bree, I was nominated to talk on behalf of the honey slime eaters, so I'm going to ask you now, assuming slimes get old and die like most living things, maybe send the honey slimes that die to eat them? Oh, sure. I think that could be arranged, Goofy Green. A perished honey slime we can make fit for consumption. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. I just have to make sure I get consent from the slime specifically that they're all right with their bodies being used that way after they perish. But so long as they consent, I will agree to this. Belting that slime with a food packet. They are not left to starve. They're gonna be fine. Tabby Slime's taking care of them. The last goodbye to the ranch for like the third time or something. It's the last one. It's the last one, Brunch Hunter. Gosh, it's gonna be fine. It's just a, what is that? Like a Midwestern goodbye. That's what it is. Good night, everybody. Okay, I'm glad you accept the deal, Japanese Spider-Man. We can have something worked out here, all right? There can be peace amongst the land. Yes, Scooby Green, peace throughout the land. Bye. Till next time, guys. Next time, we are going to play some more Slay the Princess, I think. Exploring more of those endings. If you weren't around for us playing Slay the Princess with Room 35, go check out those streams on the VOD channel first, because when I play it by myself, I will be skipping past things that I've already read. So if you're not familiar with the game and you want to know where we're at with that, I'd say go watch those. So that way I'm not skipping over anything you haven't seen before. But yeah, everybody have a fantastic night. Thanks so much for spending some of your time with me. And happy Friday for tomorrow.